What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Justin Smith channel. In today's video we're going to be cleaning up the exhaust underneath the show truck. So if you have a show truck or if you're wanting to clean up your truck, this will be an awesome video for you to watch and a really good idea, especially if you have all kinds of powder coated suspension and you have like a clean like welded exhaust that's like not clamped together, or if you just don't feel like removing your exhaust like to paint it outside of the vehicle. And also for running like light bar harnesses or rock light harnesses, or if you run like stuff for like a backup camera and you want to run them on the back side of the frame rail instead of on the outside of the frame rail, and not like cover it like in heat wrap or anything like that. This is going to help hold some of the exhaust heat, you know, and stuff around the exhaust pipe won't get hot. So obviously, you know, running wires on the driver's side of the vehicle is a lot easier. Running them on the back side of the frame, you don't have to worry about the exhaust or anything like that. Running them on the passenger side of the truck with the exhaust, you know, sometimes you got to be aware of how close you get to the exhaust, or you know, whenever the truck flexes and all that, if anything, you know, moves towards the exhaust. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the exhaust right now, so then I can show you, you know, after, and how much cleaner it looks and how awesome this is going to look. So here's the exhaust before. No, anyway. God, don't pay attention to that big sexy grill take tip. Woo! Okay. Here's the exhaust before. So it's a 4-inch tailpipe.
Chicken customs or nothing. GTFO.
Thunder chicken. So it goes from 4-inch around, and then it goes to 5-inch exhaust from there all the way up to a 4-inch downpipe. Don't pay attention to all the wiring. I still haven't cleaned up the rock lights yet, because I'm gonna, yeah, you guessed it, I'm gonna install more rock lights. So I'm not gonna clean those up and wrap them in wire loom and all of that stuff until I get all of them installed. But anyway, so you got a 5-inch exhaust all the way up to the downpipe, and then it's a 4-inch downpipe. Okay, so you're probably wondering, Justin, what are we gonna do to the exhaust? You're not taking it off, you're not painting it, you know, there's not gonna be no overspray, what are we doing? So here's what I'm gonna show you to do, and this is all gonna be linked down below in the description box down below. But what I've got right now, and I'm just running like hot water over this, because Charles has installed this on a lot of headers and like street bike headers and stuff like that, and it wraps a lot tighter and nicer if you let it soak in hot water, like super hot water. It's like steaming. So that's pretty much what we're doing. We're letting this soak in hot water. This is exhaust heat wrap, and it will be linked down in the description box down below. We got two 50-foot rolls, and I'm not sure if two 50-foot rolls is going to be enough to do how much I want to do, because you got to think it's 5-inch exhaust and 4-inch exhaust, and it's probably 17 feet long of exhaust, but you know, it's wrapping around and around and around. As far as overlapping, we're probably going to do, I'd say, about half of it. So each wrap will overlap half of it, and it should look absolutely awesome. And the tighter you wrap it, the less clamps that you have to put on it. So we do have some stainless steel zip ties, which I'll show you those now. These are just the stainless steel zip ties, and those look really clean. So I'm gonna let that soak for just a little bit. We'll go ahead and start wrapping the exhaust. My man Charles is absolutely killing it. Look how dusty this thing is, boys. Look at that, just got this little spot done already. So we ended up leaving the exhaust tip on. So we got the exhaust tip, and then there's a clamp that clamps the exhaust tip on, and then that's got 2 set screws. And then every bit of the exhaust from flush up against the tip all the way up will be wrapped, and it'll look like that, guys. You can already tell how much better that's gonna look. Holy cow, that's awesome.
You're welcome for the idea.
Yeah, this was Charles's idea, so y'all go give him a follow and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's all the time doing some cool shit like this on his YouTube channel. So I will pop that up on the screen right now. So make sure that y'all go subscribe to Charles's YouTube channel. And you can really barely see the seams, but he's doing it very symmetrical and half of a wrap each time for the overlap. And he's keeping that super tight. But I will say, guys, 2 rolls is not gonna be enough to do every bit of what I'm wanting to do. But 2 rolls will definitely, it'll definitely do everything that you see right here, but then as far as doing like the whole 5-inch all the way up, it's not gonna go the whole way. But right here, it's definitely, you know, I mean, we've already used almost a full roll.
When you're wrapping them, wrap back to front, even if you're doing like a motorcycle exhaust or something, because now your overlay laps are going backwards, so when you're going down the road and stuff, and water will just be coming across instead of grabbing those lips and fraying it, so it'll just be scooting across it.
Yeah.
It won't have anything to pick up.
Yeah, so what he's saying is each time that he overlaps it, it's kind of hard to see, but each time that he overlaps it, you know, there's a little layer that's overlapped, obviously. And as you're going down the road, you know, water is gonna go across it, and then it's gonna go back this way instead of going like into all of those overlaps. Right here you can kind of see it a little bit better. Right there, so you can see those overlaps right there. So water is going to be coming back away from the vehicle as you go down the road instead of it going into those overlaps. And over time, you know, that's going to fray and stuff. You know, it'd be cool. What if you like glaze that with like fiberglass resin?
They make a
like a glaze for
they
it?
make a clear coat to put over it to keep it from fraying.
Really? Like a clear wrap?
No, it's a I think you brush it on.
Yeah, I guarantee it. Yeah.
I've never used it because like on motors, like when I started doing this on my dirt bikes and stuff, just to keep from like burning my pants and stuff. Right. And it comes off so fast on those because it's not like.
Yeah, because it's coming in contact with stuff.
Especially when it get muddy and I pressure wash them.
Right. Yeah, this whole thing never really gets muddy. I don't know though. We did take our mud in that one time. I will not do that ever again. Oh yeah, guys, we got the polished rear shocks on, the ones without the resis. Swapped that out from the ones with resis to the ones without resis because we've got a big surprise coming. It's actually on the way. It already shipped out for the frame up there. I don't know if you can see where the frame is kind of all bare and ugly and nasty. So we've got a big surprise coming for that, so stay tuned for that. And we got the seats out, of course, because we're doing the because we're working on the center console. So we've got some ground made on that. Part 3 of that will be coming soon. There, a little update how far along we are with the first roll of wrap. How far you think it'll get us, Charles? You think it'll go to the coupler or no?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I know this is literally just the exhaust underneath a pickup truck, but like for it being a show truck, like this is so, like just like Charles just now said, attention to detail. Like just the other day we redone all the bolts on the heim joint steering up front. I'll show you that right quick. So we went in here and this is all nasty dirty. We put washers on each side of everything. We put us a little washer up here and we got new bolts that all have the same length of thread on everything. So the drag link, the double shear pitman arm that Charles built, and that we have a video on that on my channel, building a pitman arm, the double shear pitman arm. And then the washers on the knuckles, guys. I mean, that's just, whew. And then after we get those faceplates back, which should be hopefully sometime next week, and then we can get those straight to Brad and get them clear coated. And then we also got to get those the dual steering stabilizers. I've already got the brackets and everything. I just got to order those shocks. So they've been out of stock from COVID and everything. But we'll get those. And it's just, dude, from where I've still got a black frame, like the black wrap on this exhaust, I feel like it looks more like it was made that way. You know what I mean? And then whenever we get rid of the frame right through here, oh my gosh, it'll have the faceplates, and those will be paint matched and powder coated to match. So it'll be very similar to the Grill Tech exhaust tip right there. But just look at that. Like look at before and then look at after. I mean, that looks crazy. And yes, I mean, you could take the exhaust off and paint it black, but I don't know. I mean, call me old school, but I feel like, you know, the idea that Charles gave me of heat wrapping that, like seeing headers and stuff, like on like these big, and obviously like if you're a diesel guy, you've seen the up pipes. You know, a lot of people heat wrap their up pipes, and I think I'm gonna heat wrap all of the pipes underneath my hood in that black. I think that would be really sleek and subtle, I think that will look really, really good. So I can heat wrap those pipes underneath the hood as well. So I'm definitely gonna order probably 4 more rolls of that stuff and heat wrap all kinds of stuff. I was talking to Charles actually about heat wrapping the drive shaft, but I think I'm just gonna take that off and have that powder coated instead. I know that would be the true test on how tightly you wrapped it. You'd have to put a cable tie over 2 inches. No, but yeah, no, but this looks, oh my gosh, this looks crazy, guys. This looks absolutely awesome. And then after we get this drive shaft done, I've got to cut this leaf spring overload bracket off, and that's where the old frame faceplate's gonna go. It's gonna look absolutely crazy. All right, guys, so we got it done. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. I'm gonna order 2 more rolls, and I think that's gonna go all the way up to the downpipe pretty much. But the other rolls got us to about right here, right in there. And then I think I'm going to take off my clamp and either polish it or paint it black. And that's gonna look even better. But look at that, guys. You can no longer, and right here on these exhaust clamps, you could even paint those black and you literally wouldn't even be able to see them. But where that joint is, you literally can't even hardly tell anymore. And it just is so even and nice now. And with the polished shocks, that black exhaust, dude, it's just absolutely looks crazy. So like I said, it came to right here. So I think 2 more rolls of it, and we should be able to go all the way up. Should be able to, because this one has that bend, and that's roughly halfway, plus the bends and it going out the back. So if you straightened out all that piping, that would be about halfway. So I think 2 more rolls and we'll be good, call it quits. So like I said, this will be linked down below in the description box if you want to pick up 2 rolls of this. I've got a 2-pack that I picked out.
I'm ready for surgery, Doc! Doctors just always walk around holding their hands like this wet because they just got done washing them.
All right, guys, and make sure that you stay tuned for the sub box videos. We got this flush cut, and then our router bit actually gave out. So we just was getting that absolutely perfect. Right here, the router bit gave out. So after we get the new router bit, then we'll straighten that cut back up. It's not like we cut too much away or anything. It just, we were using a flush cut router bit and kind of got jiggy right here in the bend. So all this will get smoothed in and be flush. And then we got the back plate on. Everything's done there. Still have to cut out the section for the port. And of course figure out. Yeah.
Tell them to wear gloves.
Wear gloves?
Yeah, I hate that stuff. It's fiberglass. It eats you alive.
Really?
Yeah. I hate it.
Okay. So also I will link in the description box down below a box of nitrile gloves. Don't get mad at me about the price, because nitrile glove, we're having a shortage right now because of COVID.
Due to COVID.
If you go to Harbor Freight, it literally has a sign talking about that.
Don't do this without gloves.
Yeah, don't do this without gloves.
Sucks.
But anyway, guys.
You'll be itching, especially, if you get it on your hands and then you go take a pee and you got fiberglass on your pee-tom.
Oh,
Pee-tom's itching, you think you have crabs, and you're going to go to the doctor, and then they're going to tell you, no, you don't have crabs, you just got fiberglass on
don't
your
do this
pee-tom.
without gloves. That's a fair warning that we're going to give you. Always remember, everybody starts has a nobody. Stay tuned for part 3 of the sub box build. Like I said, we're knocking that out as we get time. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. Make sure you get back, check out some of my older videos, and leave a comment down below. Please leave a comment down below. It helps the channel out a lot. And make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Yes, sir. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, whatever. That is how you clean up your exhaust on your show truck. Peace out.